All right, so here we go. This filter is an OEM filter. I don't see any kind of like major debris or anything like that inside of this filter, so I'm not like seeing anything like any, you know, reasons or causes for concern. So this filter will snap out of here just like this. And you can tell this guy, even though the oil is like a little bit dark, the guy actually takes pretty good care of this thing, because this filter, you can still see the yellow filament in here, or paper, whatever you want to call it. Now, these are the items that snap inside this cap. Do not throw this cap away. We're just going to discard this O-ring. We're going to get a new O-ring to put on there. I am going to clean it up because I got my oily mitts all over it. But let me go ahead and get that all set up, and I'm going to show you putting it back in. GoPro, stop recording. Now, I'm going to also show you another thing that we do here at Marty's Diesel when we're doing an oil change. There's a little check valve down there. I like to take this extension, this ratchet. It's extra long. It's the same ratchet I've been using in all my videos today. And I like to make sure that check valve is working properly before I put this thing back together. What I've seen is, after you do an oil change, if that little valve is popped out or on its side or whatever, you can't get the truck started afterwards. So now would be the time to address it, rather than filling this bowl back up with oil with a brand new filter. You got to take it all back apart. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Now, I've got my filter cap. I got some lubrication on this O-ring. I already installed it. Now I'm going to take this brand new Ford OEM style filter, and I'm going to click it in just like that. Flip this guy over, and I'm going to push it in and push it down as tight as I can and spin it in by hand. Once I get it spun in by hand, I come in behind with a hand ratchet. I do not use any kind of power tools for this, and I just snug it down. Once I get done with that, I wipe it down. Now, interesting thing to note, this is something you should be paying attention to. This clamp may be rubbing on the bottom of this line. It does not appear to be yet, but there's two things you can do here. You can either rotate this clamp out of the way, or you can stick a 1/4-inch hose over top of it to help protect this coolant line. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this coolant line start spraying coolant right there. That's an easily avoidable failure, especially when you're doing your own oil changes. GoPro, stop recording. So it's been about 10 minutes since I pulled the plug. It's still draining. This is the main reason why I actually prefer to do oil changes on trucks that are hot. This would not still be draining like this after 10 minutes. But because we are doing an oil change here at Marty's Diesel, I'm actually not going to put the drain plug in until after that is done draining. I'm going to go find something else to do and let that completely drain out. GoPro, stop recording. So I am installing the drain plug now. It has a new copper washer on it. And whenever I do this install, I only use hand tools. I do not use any kind of battery or air style tools at all. Got my little cheap Pittsburgh socket because I couldn't find my good snap-on one. Looks great for the video. Give her a nice little wipe down, that way I can identify if this thing's leaking after the job is done. And we're gonna go back up top and we're gonna fill it up with 15 quarts of oil, and we're gonna double check the dipstick again. GoPro, stop recording.